Good morning everyone. Welcome to the video tutorial of class 5th science. So students, today we will start our new chapter. As we all know that everything in this universe is made of something. Okay, so let us have a look at it. The sun, the moon, rocks, river, all are natural things, right? They are found in nature. They are not made by man. Whereas the hut, bed, road, car, all are man-made things and they are made by man. We usually make things for our use. Many times we make man-made things from the natural material. For example, we make man-made material, that is brick, from the natural material, that is clay. Okay, so many times we used to make man-made materials from the natural materials. Similarly, plastic, rubber, leather, sand, metal, paper, cement are the different materials which we use to make different things. Materials have certain properties which decide for which product they can be used. Okay. One object can be made from different materials. For example, a chair could be made from wood, or it could be made of plastic, or it could be made of cane. So there are certain objects which are present around us and these objects can be made from different materials. Okay. So as we all know that everything around us is matter. Animals, plants or trees, birds, utensils, toys, or plastic material, or the plastic toys you can say. So all around us, everything around us is matter. The books which we read is also a matter. The air which we breathe is also a matter. The water which we drink is also a matter. So everything around us is a matter. So we can say that everything, whether it is living or non-living, it has a weight and occupies space. And everything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. So today our topic is matter and material. Okay. So today our chapter is matter and material. This is the chapter number 4th. Okay. So what is the matter? So everything around us is a matter. The object that occupies space and has mass is called matter. So everything that has a mass and that occupies space, that is known as a matter. And everything around us is made up of matter. For example, chocolate cake, ice, oxygen, human beings, animals, plants, table, chair, pen, pencil, everything is matter. Okay. So everything, whatever is present in our surrounding, that is made up of matter. But how can you say that the object that occupies space is called a matter? So let's take an example here. Just think that the computer which you have kept on your table occupy the space which is present on the table. So the computer occupy the space of the table or the computer table, and you also occupy space when you sit on the chair. We also occupy space when we lie down on the bed or we sit on the chair. So it means that objects occupy space. But how can we say that the object also has mass? So first of all, we should know that what is mass. Mass is actually means that how much something weighs. So the object that has mass and that occupies space is known as matter. And this matter is composed of different types of tiny particles that are known as atoms. Okay, and all atoms are too small to be seen with an aided or even with an microscope. So atoms are very tiny particles which we have to which we can see by using a microscope only, which we cannot see by the naked eye. Okay, and the matter is composed of different kinds of atoms. Okay, for example, silver is made up of one kind of atom, that is silver atom. Gold is made of one kind of atom, that is gold atom. Steel is made of one kind of atom, that is steel atom. Okay, so all matter is composed of different kinds of atoms. Matter can change from one form to another also. Okay, yes, matter can change from one form to another one. And how is this possible? Let's take an example. Like ice in the soda melts, like glass melts on heating. When ice in the soda melts, where does it go and what does it become? Ice is water in the soda solid state. So what happens with the ice? It melts in soda. Okay, and the solid state changes into liquid state, that is water. So with this example we can easily conclude that matter can change from one form to another, and there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. So let's discuss them one by one. So first of all we will discuss about the solids. In solids the particles are tightly packed in a rigid pattern and so cannot move away from each other. You can see in this diagram also that this is a very rigid pattern. There is no space for particles to move. So the molecules are tightly packed. There is no space for the movement. That is why the solid particles are rigid, and this is why solids generally have a fixed shape. For example, pen, pencil, wood, bottle, steel, chair, table, computer, all are solids and all has fixed size and fixed shape. They have a definite shape and definite volume, or you can say the fixed shape and fixed volume. And the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules of solids is very high. That is why they attract each other very strongly and they cannot move away from each other. Solids can be stored without a vessel also. So we can change the shape of solids by burning it or by breaking it. Okay, so now let's discuss about liquids. In liquids the particles are not as tightly packed as in solids. They can move and slide over each other. So in liquids the particles are not as tightly packed as in solid. They are loosely packed, so they can move and slide over each other, and this make liquids flow and take the shape of the container they are poured in. That is why the liquid can flow and it can take the shape of the container in which it is poured or it is kept. For example, milk, oil, water, etc. all are liquids and they can take the shape of the container in which they are poured in. Okay, so in liquids the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecule is less as compared to solids. In solids the intermolecular force of attraction is very high, but in liquids there is less intermolecular force of attraction. That is why the molecules of liquids can move and slide over each other because there is a space for the movement, and liquids have a size or volume. So liquids have a fixed volume, but it doesn't have a fixed shape. Okay, and liquids do not have a fixed shape, and they take the shape of the container in which they are poured in. Okay, and liquids can be stored in a vessel only. Without a vessel we cannot store liquid. Okay, so in liquids the particles are loosely packed, they can move and slide over each other, which makes the liquid flow and take the shape of the container. Okay, and there are so many examples of liquids are juices, milk, oil, water, and liquids have a fixed volume but they do not have a fixed shape. Okay, so this is about the liquids. Now the next state of matter is gases. So now the next state of matter is gases, and in gases the particles are far apart from each other and can move freely. Okay, so gases can flow easily and take up the all available space. So gases can move freely and they can take up all available space because the molecules of gases are very far apart from each other, and there is a space present between the molecules for the movement. Okay, and the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules in gases is least. Okay, so there is lot of space for the movement, that is why they can move very freely. And there are so many examples of gases like oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, carbon dioxide, LPG. There are so many examples of gases. Gases cannot be seen, right? So gases cannot be seen, as we cannot see oxygen gas, we only inhale it, and we also cannot see carbon dioxide, we only exhale it, right? So gases cannot be seen. And can you see that there is a one common thing between the solids, between the liquids and the gases, that gases can flow and liquids can also flow, but solids cannot flow. Okay, so this is the similarity between the liquids and gases, that both of them can flow. Okay, a gas is a matter that has no shape or size of its own. So gases do not have a fixed shape and it also do not have a fixed size. Gases also do not have the fixed volume. Okay, and gases can be stored in a closed vessel only. If we try to store the gases in an open vessel, so what will happen? The particles of the gases move freely in all directions and it will not be possible for us to store the gases in an open vessel. Okay, so gases should be stored in a closed vessel only. So can you tell me the difference between the solid, liquid and gas? Okay, so solids have a fixed shape and fixed volume. Liquids have a fixed volume but they do not have a fixed shape. And gases do not have a fixed volume and even they do not have a fixed shape. Okay, in liquids the force of attraction or the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecule is less. In solid the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecule is very high, and in gases the intermolecular force of attraction between the molecule is least. Okay, solids can be stored without a vessel. Liquid can be closed in a vessel, whether it is open or it is closed doesn't matter, and gases can be stored only in a closed vessel, right? Solids can flow, solids cannot flow, liquids can flow and gases can also flow. In solids the molecules are very tightly packed, in liquids they are loosely packed, and in gases they are very far apart from each other. Okay, so this is the difference between the solid, liquid and gases. So now we have also discussed that the matter can be interchanged from one form to another one. Okay, so they are interchangeable. So how can we change one state of matter into another one, that we will discuss in our next video. Okay, so thank you and see you in the next video.